For the many young voters watching this video, how many of you remember walking to the voting booth, looking down at your ballot paper, and essentially seeing the same two options year in, year out, whether it's congressional, state, or presidential election? If you feel like you're one of those people, or if you simply believe elections should represent a wide range of ideas, I have a solution for you. The increasing polarization has forced many voters, irregardless of ideology, into either two parties. Because of this, Florida should join the effort to adopt ranked choice voting. Many voters, especially young people, are feeling increasingly disillusioned in the entire political process. Many of us feel without a home in either political party, because these parties are forced to cast such a wide net to as many people as possible. So, for the next 6 to 8 minutes, I will be going more in depth on the problem and specifically the causes of this feeling, after which I'll talk more about ranked choice voting. Americans hate their politicians, and the only thing they hate more than a politician is Congress. According to a 2020 Gallup survey, 78% of Americans do not think Congress is handling its job. So why do the same parties keep on winning? Despite this, every 2 years when November swings around, the incumbent congressman wins on average 94% of the time in the past 20 years, an OpenSecrets.org study has reported. Knowing this, I think it's safe to assume that if there is such discontent among the voters, yet the same candidates from the same parties keep on winning, there must be something wrong with the system itself. So now let's dive into what's the source of this animosity. The increased polarization has many Americans feeling alienated. Both parties are playing a balance game of turning out either the far right or far left while attempting to seem moderate to court the undecided voter. Some people call this talking from both sides of the mouth. However, for many people, this has had the opposite effect. According to a 2017 Gallup survey, only 37% of respondents believe that both parties represent the average American. Because there are only two parties, it creates a situation where a potential vote for a third party could effectively become a vote for the party you hate more. Now, let's talk about my idea. It is my opinion that single transferable ranked choice voting allows for the most variety in ideology, honest campaigning, and results that best represent the will of the majority. So, what exactly am I proposing? Instead of voting for just one candidate, you would list them by your preferences. But as the results come in, if some parties do not meet the predetermined quota, which tends to be around 15%, then the lowest party is eliminated until a winner can be declared. By allowing you to rank your preferred candidates, it encourages voters to embrace their personal ideology. By doing this, it supports a wide range of parties on the political spectrum, meaning no longer are voters forced to play a game of mix and match with the two candidates that have the best chance to win. This can be shown in the Republic of Ireland, where the former party having won every national election in 30 years. Despite this, in 2008, after the banking crash and multiple scandals, many voters began looking at other options in the upcoming election. Fairvote.org notes 3 important takeaways from that election. 45 of the 166 incumbent members lost re-election. That's a 73% re-election rate compared to the 94% we talked about earlier. Third parties gained in total 41 additional representatives at the expense of the governing party's vote share, which fell by 25%. Fairvote.org also notes that not a single district elected representatives from only one party, adding it is a fair reflection that where we live doesn't determine what our political interests might be. In addition, ranked choice voting would promote a more positive atmosphere during campaign season. 2 Rutgers-sponsored polls showed that only 5% of respondents in the 2013-14 survey felt that candidates spent a great deal of time attacking each other. Compare that to 25% in non-ranked ranked choice voting cities. Now, if you like my idea, here's what you can do. Fortunately for us, the effort required is relatively simple. It is a call to action that has been used throughout history to get things done. Make your voice heard. Email your congressman, and if emailing your congressman doesn't convince him, call his office until it becomes painfully clear. But if all else fails, and your elected representative to Congress isn't listening to you, on November 3rd, 2020, go to the polls and vote for someone who will. In conclusion, I hope I sparked that civic duty that's in us all that yearns for a better life for yourself, friends, and family. Because Election Day is the only time our ordinary citizens have the same power as the President of the United States, union organizers, and billionaires. So, from now on, when you hear people complain about the low standard of presidential candidates or congressmen, see that as an opportunity to sit them down and explain to them that if year in year out they hate their options, maybe it's not the player, but it's the game.